Hey guys, been a while. I apologize for not getting any videos out in the last couple months. Life has been a little bit busy, to say the least. Um, for those of you who don't know me or who didn't see this in any of the other videos, I currently have a newborn son. He's about 11 months old. That's what I'm paying attention to on the side on the monitor there. He's supposed to be taking a nap. And in addition to my newborn son, I also am working full time. I'm in a master's program. I have a house, so I have a lot of responsibilities. Not that that's an excuse, it's just, I suppose, the reason that I haven't been posting as many videos as I would have liked to. But I'm here now. I have some time because he's napping. I wanted to talk about something today that deals with someone's confidence on topics as well as their tendencies towards extremities on one or another side of any topic, really religious, political, ideological, you name it. The first point I want to make is that most things in life are shades of gray. They're really not particularly simple. I suppose if you talk about them in vague enough terms, they're simple, but the more you learn about it, the more you get down into the nitty gritty, the more you will realize that it's extremely complex. It's extremely nuanced, and there are a lot of components to both sides. No matter which side you ultimately take, um, it's probably not simple. There are a few exceptions to that. Anti-vaxxers, they're really just wrong. There's not really a lot of good arguments for their side. Pretty much everyone that has studied the topic with any amount of sincerity and depth realizes that vaccines are almost entirely safe and almost entirely effective. That's not to say they have no downsides. It's just that that argument is very, very one-sided. But most topics are not like that. Most topics are very complex, very nuanced, and there are a lot of different aspects to both sides. Because of this, if you find yourself becoming more extreme or more confident that your side is right on something, more confident that the other side is just a bunch of idiots or a bunch of, immoral people or a bunch of what have you, pussies, morons, insincere bastards, whatever, you're probably wrong. And not only that, but you're probably listening to crap sources that are giving you the indication in your own mind that you're right. You're probably surrounding yourself in an echo chamber. You're probably not paying attention to the right sources, the academic sources, the scholarly sources, the balanced sources, the nuanced sources. You're probably just listening to a bunch of poisonous rhetoric and not listening to the other side at all. Um, and it's leading you to believe that. In fact, it's a negative feedback cycle. The dumber you think the other side is, the less likely you are to listen to the other side or take their argument seriously or realize that there is depth to the other side. And thus, you will more fully come to believe that the other side is really dumb or really insincere or really immoral. And then it's just going to keep going. You're going to keep thinking to yourself, God, they're so dumb, or God, there's just such idiots. They want the worst in the world. Unfortunately, you're almost assuredly wrong if you have started to think that way. And this goes for a lot of topics. If you are a right winger that thinks that all liberals hate America and just want control and are baby killers, I'm sorry, you're way off. If you're to contrast that, if you're a liberal and you think that all right wingers are just racists that hate the poor, I'm sorry, you're way off. This isn't to say that you can't have right wing or left wing positions. Of course you can. But if you actually have convinced yourself that all or even a sizable majority of the other side are immoral or moronic people, you yourself are an idiot or ignorant or have surrounded yourself in an echo chamber with poisonous rhetoric, or most likely some combination of the above. And it's not entirely your fault. Humans are really bad at thinking by themselves. I did a video on this previously. When we don't engage with respectful people from the other side, we tend to come to horrible conclusions. And I gave several great historical examples of that in the last video, and also some of the reasoning behind it. We don't think well on our own. When we sit up in an attic by ourselves, philosophizing, doing armchair philosophy, we tend to come to terrible conclusions with terrible justifications. When humans do well, when we think of good thoughts, complex thoughts, accurate thoughts that reflect reality, it's usually because we are engaging with other people, or at absolute least it's because we expect engagement from them, and we sharpen our pencils when we're developing those arguments, knowing that those people are going to criticize our arguments. You need respectful criticism from the other side to think well, to make good arguments on any topic. And if you lock yourself in an echo chamber and only listen to your side, your thoughts are going to be shit. And you see this all the time. You really do. Someone who only listens to Rush Limbaugh, someone who only listens to Rachel Maddow, they're not well spoken. They don't have good arguments on anything. They're not prepared for counters. If you actually give a counter argument to them, you can tell that they have no polished thinking or ability to respond to that. It's actually kind of sad most of the time. And I think that this goes for a lot more than politics. I think this goes for religion too. The God versus no God debate. This debate has been raging for literally thousands of years, with tens of thousands of experts and ridiculously intelligent people from all sorts of fields on both sides spending their entire lives on arguments for and against the existence of God. If you have really convinced yourself that either all atheists are morons that are denying God's existence when it's obvious to them, or that all theists are blind with their faith and have no idea what they're talking about and just believe in God because it's comfortable, if you think either of those positions are true or anything close to it, your thoughts suck. You have not done your homework. You have not spent enough time looking into this topic. Or you started to, and then you locked yourself into an echo chamber and convinced yourself of these lies. I don't know what else to call them, because they're simply lies. There's no way to defend such limited amounts of nuance for such important topics. Point number 2 is commentary on what justifies confidence. Not vaguely, not like confidence, I'm a really good basketball player, or I'm a really, good hockey player, or I'm really good at talking to women. No, I mean confidence with respect to how confident you are in the beliefs that you claim to hold. This needs to be grounded in something other than how powerfully you're speaking or how much conviction you have. Those are not good sources for confidence and beliefs. If you have not done your homework, read dozens and dozens of books on the topic, or blogs on the topic, or podcasts on the topic, gone to college to study the topic, engaged with really intelligent people on the other side of the topic, hopefully all the above, why are you confident? Why do you actually think that you deserve to have a belief in that topic that you can act like has any semblance in reality, any semblance of objectivity? The answer is you probably don't, and you're making up for your insecurity with confidence. So anyways, those are my 2 topics. Just to recap really quick, if you are finding yourself diving into more extremity on almost any topic, thinking that everyone on the other side has no idea what they're talking about, or are immoral or insincere, you probably have locked yourself in an echo chamber and also don't know what the hell you're talking about. Number 2, related, if you have confidence in a belief on a topic, you need to make sure that that is grounded in some real research on the topic. And when I say real research, I mean peer-reviewed sources, quality literature, studying it through a college education, debating with some of the most intelligent people on the other side, not fucking YouTube videos from your favorite site that bashes the other side, not fucking blog sites that do nothing but put out a few sentences that confidently claim their view. That's not research. That's not homework. And you don't know what you're talking about.